Randy Vector, this message is specifically for you. Fire. Did you have a fire? Let's find out who's behind it. They did it for dope. I'm just going to do this real quick for you. I saw PR. SN. Could have been Peters. Sean Peterson. SN and TR. Nostradamus. Do they have a tattoo of Nostradamus? And BC. If it was 3 different people, it could be Sean, Tracy, Trina, Travis, Troy, Trevor, Trent, Rebecca, Buck, Caleb, NRC. I'm just going to leave it at that. I think you know what this is. Stay tuned. Had someone of the same sex hit on me. Great. Tell me about this, please. Had someone of the same sex hit on me, please. Scorpio. It didn't work. Please. I don't think this is just one. This is multiple. Now, this is someone who's gay and they don't want to be anymore. If you're expecting to have any friends being like this, yeah, a fork in your mouth. Well, somebody wants to put something in your mouth, sir. Yeah, you may be the kind. It may be the kind of thing where when you're straight, in the times that we're in, you're not gonna have many friends. This man wants a woman. Could be an earth sign, or he just wants that. I need that. Even though I was gay and I had these relationships that I felt like were loving, there's something missing from the man. I'm cutting cords. Whatever the hell that is that she talks about, that's what I'm doing. I'm done. This could even be gay friends. I can't even be friends with my gay friends because you're judging me. You're making me feel like I'm wrong. Did somebody get a threat? Was there a text message? And they weren't even, this is, you could have at least looked up synonyms for certain words and made it seem like you had some kind of education. This is what I'm getting. If you ain't gay no more, we got a problem with you. I want this one that's celibate, that looks healthy. This is healthiness right here. Look at the grapes. I want to see what grapes represent spiritually. There's grapes in both cards. Let's see. I'm going to do this while I'm on here. If I feel like it's going to take too long, then I'll pause it. Birth and rebirth. Grapes are a plant that grows abundantly and was one of the first cultivated crops. This connection to bearing fruit for the harvest represents birth and rebirth, victory, wealth, abundance. Yeah. I'm done. Okay. Yeah, even this shit that I was doing with whips and shit, somebody got down, okay? Intentionally, there's someone who had such dark sexual situations with men that it was almost like intentional punishing, and I think that they even wound up calling each other like all that shit. It was real bad. What does that do to my subconscious? That's what someone's realizing. What Yank? He wants to be touched. There's no foreplay. Thank you. There's nothing that leads up to it. It's I walk in and then boom, and that's good sometimes. But there's none of the other there. I'm missing that. Now, this guy wasn't always gay. Tight spaces is another thing. Yeah, I'm guessing it's real tight. Or is it, though? I even went from being gay, yeah, and then I went to clubs and I decided to try out some women, and I know that there's a possibility that a lot of these women were born men, even if they look like beautiful women. I know it. But there's something different. There's just something missing. It's this caress. It's how I feel. I don't feel loved. It feels forced. Blows away the competition. Somebody does. I need a shoulder to cry on. Is that what it is? They're always using me. I don't have that. I miss when I'm sitting there and my wife or my girlfriend, he's thinking of women he had in the past before most of us were taken off the planet. Most, I said. And how we would just go and sit. You know how they're sitting on the Barca Lounger and you could tell they're having a tough day and you just come from behind them and sit on his lap. They don't have that. They can't get that. And now you're going to have some friggin' 280-pound dude in a friggin' wig trying to come up and sit on some cat's lap with a cup of tea. But that's there's a redolence could be a word. That's incense, attar, and spice. But there's nothing. There's definitely. I don't feel any imagination left. Everything's just thrown out there, put on the table. I meet these guys, and everything that they're about is given to me in one night. It's boring. There's no challenge. There's no the expectation of possibly there being something better the next day, or there. Yeah, that's horrible. I never really thought about that part. And because I'm a woman, it's not that I'm taking sides, but I understand being an actual real woman, and have given that to men, what it would feel like to not have that. But when you don't experience, and that's why they wanted us eradicated, is because when you don't experience that anymore, you forget about it. It's out of sight, out of mind. Opera? Okay, there's those guys that even go there, and I don't feel like you're being fulfilled there either. We went to the opera, we go to functions. These are galas and fundraisers and events. It's just not the same as I used to go with my wife or women, and I used to watch them walk across the room. It's the same. Nope. It's not the same. You know when you're leaving your husband or your date and you're into each other, and while you're going to the bathroom, you're still making eye contact with them walking through the crowd. Somebody misses the shit out of that. Pisces, Scorpio. The devil did it again. I like the dark side. I like the darkness of the whole gay thing, right? There was a sense of taboo. I like that. Is it possible for me to find a woman that gives me that same feeling, though? He's very fussy. He wants the best of every world. That's what this is. Strength. It's a different type of given strength. Yeah, those talks where when he needs a pep talk, we'll say, it's a different outcome. It's a different result than when you're getting it. Oh, it's violent sex too? This could have a lot to do with them messing with DNA too. They could be putting 8 DNA and shit like that intentionally in certain gay men that are with divine masculines, so that the men now feel, and this could be that some of the divine masculines were a little violent and abrasive towards the feminines, and this is some karma for you guys. Now you're dealing with violent, aggressive gay men. Doesn't feel like it feels good. These are weird types of gay men that even do this howling shit. They could be, it's weird. Too much role playing, and I'm forgetting who I am. Alright, yeah, this is how you are, divine masculine. This is you. I saw warning and warned. Oh, This is what the ancestors or they are saying. They're going to be mixing aggressive DNA, whether this is DNA of the most dangerous men ever on the planet. I'm guessing they always hold DNA. And of animals, certain types of animals, to implant them in you divine masculines. Yeah, this is a very passionate divine masculine. You could definitely be an Aries, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, but this is what they want to do. It won't work in divine masculines. That's what we have to say out loud. It's wrong what you're doing. Now these guys have a passion for this woman here. I like this one. See how she dresses? I miss when she used to wear gowns. Maybe you wore head wraps and shit. You looked very stoic, very goddess-like. They miss that. They miss looking at the back, your back. Someone wore dresses where the back was open a lot, and he misses looking at you like that. It's the frame and everything. I can't do this anymore. What was this anyway? Tell me what happened. Marriage. Feeling like, oh, it could have been a cookie cutter life and shit. You were having problems in your marriage. Got it? Yeah, and maybe somebody felt stuck in a marriage where there wasn't any excitement, right? Maybe stuck with a child, and it could have been that she could have been very fertile, and it seemed like we couldn't catch a break. We had a good sex life, but at the same time, she kept getting pregnant. And then what happens is you start talking about how one of you doesn't want kids anymore, and then the wife takes it personally, thinking you don't want kids with me anymore, and then usually a lot of the times, if they feel like the woman is like that, the husbands, they won't even mention what they want to talk about, and then that builds up, and they start wondering. Next thing you know, somebody connected to the system picks up on this. Your covert friends who are in the deep state that they don't tell you about because they got themselves caught up with something illegally, and now they have to do some fucked up shit to their good friends. And now what happens is they start bringing more men around you and figuring out ways to separate you from your wife. You felt like you were stuck in some bubble. Yeah, this cookie cutter life is not for me. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I do. I get both sides. I usually do. It's tough to find this woman here because on one side, she's this loving wife who's good with money as well. She's independent. If she's not, this is important because she's not clingy. It doesn't necessarily have to mean independent financially, but she's independent to the point where she doesn't stress the fuck out if she doesn't know where you're at. You know what I'm saying? She's confident and shit like that. Because she knows that she knows who she is. And then here she is on the other side, all this shit in between, and she still, though, is this beautiful, confident. I'll give you the advice when I see you like this, but sometimes I know that I just have to listen. But she needs to be dark. This guy's dark. He's dark-spirited. I don't want to change that part of myself. Then it's like this. If you do that, right, let's just say that there's a woman who thinks that she's like this and she's really not. And you meet her and she wants you to change everything about yourself. Do you know the resentment that comes with that shit? Now I feel like I'm a completely different person. Do I change my name? I mean, am I going to wind up straying again because this isn't really what I wanted? That's why to get a woman like this, that woman has to accept every part of you except for sneaking out and sticking in guys' ass. That can't happen. There can't be this I'm understanding to the point where I'm compromising my own morals. Trapped. You don't want to feel trapped, right? I want to be able to go out. I want to be able to go out, and if I want to sit there and go hang in a gay bar again, that's going to be real tough, though. Now, the problem could be is you may have to stay separated. I don't know if this can happen unless this man is to the point where You shouldn't even want to go in gay bars anymore, to tell you the truth. There has to be some. I don't feel like he wants a very submissive. Okay, you can do that. You can do that. There's some weakness that comes with that. It's difficult. If it were me, I would say, the fuck no, you're not going in gay bars and clubs. The upscale one's a little different. I don't know. I mean, I know there's a big difference. There are gay bars and clubs where they're just covered in, right? And that's to reach. But then there are other ones that seem to be a more upscale. But are the gay men more of a threat when a situation is like this than any woman on the planet? I think so. Right. There has to be sacrifice there on both sides. Amelia? Yearn. Got it. Okay. That's what he's worried about. Look. And then there's ZC. His name could be Zach. ZCL. It just got passed around. You have to sit there and say to yourself, sir, am I gay or am I straight? There can't be this both. Are you yearning? Is this a man that's saying, I'm yearning for a woman, and you want this woman to commit, but you want to be able to, when you have another craving or something, for a man, it's not fair. I can't, this could be somebody actually who is in politics. You are even louder in person. What? Tell me about this. Oh. Is... There could be some women that this guy has experienced sexually to try to pull himself away, or just to see, is this the life that I really want? I'm not feeling it the same way I did when I was younger. He feels older. But these women, there could be some women who yelled when they got into arguments and he heard their masculine voice, and that could be it. Once that happens, it sounded like a man yelling at me. We need a vacation. That didn't work. Yeah, nope, not working. He misses the feminine voice too. That's a big deal with this guy. You could take all the pills and get all your surgeries and use these devices. He could be finding out that some of the women, you know what I heard the other day? Well, I felt it, we'll say. I felt telepathically through things that I hear people say, is that there were some people where their voices weren't working again, or that thing that changes your tone of your voice, that they're not working. And they could be now you're not answering your phone, you're not coming home, because they know that they're sounding, and I'm guessing that there's a situation where however you change your voice to be feminine, either they're not doing surgeries anymore because they got had, that's usually how it goes, Connor, or medications even. There could be a problem. I think that there are entities, we'll say, where they're realizing how bad this got, and ironically it could be women that are connected to those entities who are like, if I keep doing this, I'm part of the goddamn problem, right? Yeah, they're afraid, they want to talk to you, right? But it's I can't answer my phone or a text message because I know, God, you don't want to reconcile. You don't want to be asked questions. That's what it is. I am not going to have this sweet, loving voice anymore. You're going to find out it was all manipulation. And then I actually am a man. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that. This is good for certain ones of us. This could be written to Love You Nowhere.